First half. James drives. David Lee stays with him for a moment. Curry, one man to beat. Drives. Layup is good. That left angle the game is. James straight on three. Puts it in. Back to 5. Draymond Green. Left-handed. Gets that to go. Inside pass. Thompson with the lay-in. Off balance. Thompson on the follow.
The offensive boards, Tristan Thompson wanting it more than anybody else on the floor. The sky's the limit. And the crowd out.
Difference. He said, listen, they're trying to bludgeon us on the backboard. We need it.
Thompson, nice roll. They go up top to Barnes. His three, that's good. Iguodala fakes, drives, and finishes.
Time to be tired. You are close to a game 7. Find a way to get it done.
Three. Iguodala fakes. Goes at James Jones, lays it in. James powers in and gets it to go. Livingston spins, drives, gets underneath. Layup is good. Curry rifle pass to Iguodala, and it's a...
They don't get back. James is late to protect the rim, and Iguodala.
Curry finds Livingston. Livingston, the crossover, spins on Shumpert and nails it. Smith on the pull-up, and shot is good. Curry double, floats it up to Green, up to Ezeli, and down. 3. Ezeli on the follow, and the foul.
By Festus Ezeli. His intensity, his toughness.
Up top to James. James drives down, the floater short, gets the rebound, back up. And the advantage there. Powers in, banks it, catches, and gets it again. Livingston to Ezeli, blocked by Mozgov.
James, what will you get from him here?
We'll get it. Here comes James. Puts his head down, lefty. Here he goes. Curry for 3. Puts it in.
Your team a chance, and come on, Shumpert, you know the rules.
Bound.
James inside, Mozgov open again. Side layup, misses. Livingston on the slam. It's to Mozgov, out to Smith for 3. That's good. Green kicks it out, Iguodala. His three-point attempt, got it. Backs in, leans in, layup is good. Just Mozgov. Curry gets an opening, fires away, got it again.
Credit to the bigs. The guy gets open shots because of his ability to get open, his ball handling skill.
Ball out of his hands. Curry finds Thompson. Thompson for 3. Bang! With Green drives. Green kicks it out. Iguodala, wide open shot. Hits a three-pointer. This time's down the court. Livingston lays it up, and single coverage. Iguodala, left-handed, banks it in. James drives. Tristan Thompson with the right hand. Curry drives and banks it in. And hardly anyone is left as Smith throws it up. And regular season, one of the best regular seasons in the history of the league. James on the drive, gets to the layup, banks it in. Throw it into Smith. Smith steps back, forces up the 3, and gets it. The 3, rebound Curry. And the dream season is now complete. The Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions. Their first title in 40 years. And how sweet it must be.
What's up, peeps? This is Glass to Get With Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag.
And this is Mr. Controversy from the 3-Point Conversion. And you know how I do.
We're doing a quick collaboration since we both got things. I got my NBA notes on Get With Sports 2. My partner here got NBA journals on his channel, the 3-Point Conversion. Check it out. If I could throw the annotations up, I would throw them up so you could get to his channel and get to my channel. But we doing a collaboration on the last game of the NBA 2015 NBA Finals, which was Game 6 in Quicken Loans Arena. 20,500 people attended to see the Golden State Warriors take the championship and win the game. Game 6, winning Game 6, 105-97. It was a great game. This whole series was great. I can't complain about any games, but at the end, the Warriors hosted up the trophy. The Warriors destroyed the 40-year drought since the last time they had an NBA championship was in 1975. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, not even the Cleveland Cavaliers, the city of Cleveland must go on one more year to try to get that elusive championship in any sports since 1964 when the Cleveland Browns won the NFL championship. And I did some research, and they said that the city has gone a combined 144 seasons without winning the championship.
That's crazy,
isn't it? Key notes: Draymond Green posted the franchise first triple-double since Guy Rodgers in 1962, which was 16 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists in Game 6. I'm talking about Draymond Green. And Iguodala ends up with the NBA Finals MVP award, which is the Bill Russell Award. Mr. Controversy, what you got to say about the series or Game 6?
Okay, so let me start off with Game 6. It kind of went like I thought it would go. The only thing is, I was surprised that LeBron didn't come out gunning. I understood he tried to get his teammates involved, but I think that Game 6 is your team. Since you are the greatest player in the world, you come out gunning. Hey, you all come on my back. I'm going to lead the ship. We're going to win this championship. That way, you put the pressure on the opponent to double and triple team you. Then your teammates won't come in and they'll get involved. So I was shocked at his strategy of trying to get his teammates involved first. I think you come in first and start blazing. But kudos to Golden State. I think both teams were nervous, especially Golden State. And to me, I thought Cleveland had a chance to just come up with a big lead. But Iguodala, let's talk about him getting this MVP. Now,
okay, let me prep myself for this. I can tell right now. Go ahead, man.
Honestly, I agree with him getting the MVP.
Okay. I
was just shocked that the NBA had the courage to give him the MVP.
Okay.
Because I don't know what Steph ended up with, but I know coming into the game, he was averaging 26 points. Mm-hmm. True, if you're looking at the box score and the points, you're looking like, wow, why didn't he get the MVP? But we both can agree that it was a few games that he didn't play well, mm-hmm. and he came on at the end of the game. But still, I was shocked that they gave him the MVP, just the courage to give him the MVP. Because think about it, when is the last time someone averages only 16 points? It was like 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Mm-hmm. But again, if you watch the game, all his presence and his impact, it wasn't, you couldn't see it in the box score. Mm-hmm. So I agree with that. Okay. I was just shocked. Now, I'll ask you this. What did you think about him getting the MVP? Now, of course, everybody was talking that LeBron should get the MVP. Mm-hmm. I want to hear your intake on this.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump on Iguodala. I was shocked that you agree with it, but cool. We both agree with it. I thought he deserved it. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't going to be Andre, I had no problem if it was going to be LeBron winning it. I know he lost the game and everything, but back to Iguodala, I think they say he averaged 16, 5, and 4.
Right.
He's the first player to win the award that didn't start every game of the NBA Finals, which was cool. But he had a big impact. Just think, if Steve Kerr didn't have the courage to put him in the starting lineup in Game 4, I think it's Game 4, Game 5, we probably be talking about Cleveland winning the championship.
Right.
He was a big boost. To me, most valuable being most consistent, most important at a certain situation. And you can't say nothing better than what Andre Iguodala did. He didn't start the whole season until the finals. Mm-hmm. His whole career, I think he had an 11-year career. He been starting. He made the All-Star team, I think, twice. No, All-Star team once, All-Defensive team twice, and key All-Defensive team because he had to play defense on LeBron James, which is a task in itself.
Right.
And just think about it. Last year, Kawhi Leonard had to play defense on LeBron. scored points, and he ended up becoming Finals MVP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And from what I understand, Iguodala won 7 of the 11 votes, and I mean, it was cool. I think one of the persons that voted for Iguodala was Hubie Brown from ESPN Radio. If I respect everything Hubie Brown said, and if he's seen Iguodala,
I agree.
Iguodala was Finals MVP. We ain't got to talk about nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with Hubie.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he won 7 out of the 11 votes, and I agree with you. I was a little shocked that the NBA had to go to go ahead and do that, but I'm glad they went ahead and did it. Now, what you think about LeBron James winning MVP?
See, I'll tell you, I'll be honest. When everybody came up and, they did the trophy presentation, I saw when they first started, of course, you saw the Larry O'Brien trophy, but I didn't see the Bill Russell trophy. I didn't see the MVP trophy. So I was thinking, like, I know they're not about to give LeBron his MVP. Now, my take on him getting the MVP, yes, he's the best player in the series, but he wasn't good enough because he didn't win. Not true enough. He didn't have the help. Everybody could say that. But at the same time, we all know if you're the MVP, that means because you put your team and not put your team in a position, but you carried your team to win the championship. That's how it goes.
Wait. That's okay. That's the consensus of everybody thinking, but we can't say it's not in the rule book that you got to win.
Right. But that's what I'm talking about. How it be. I'm not saying the rule book.
Okay.
You know that Jerry West won, and I think it was 69 in a losing effort. I know in the third Super Bowl, the opponent, I can't think of his name, but he won the MVP and they lost. Okay. So it's been times, even in the hockey, it's been times where the losing team, member won the MVP. But my thing is, it's a different age now, day and age, because back then the media wasn't as big. You didn't have this big presentation. So, we
didn't have social media.
The next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now, how would it look if you have the MVP presentation after Golden State and celebrating, it's great and whatever, you go to the locker room, it's all somber in the locker room, and then LeBron James just sitting there accepting, I don't want the MVP. I'll tell you to get out of my face. I'm not talking about no MVP. And I think LeBron is the type of player where he doesn't care about individual accolades. He wants to win that. That's all on his mind right there, is winning that chip. Right. So I applaud him for not giving LeBron the MVP. I think it would have been bad for sports.
Nah, I don't think so. I hear what you're saying. I agree with you with everything that you said. But LeBron, he probably wouldn't even accept the trophy. I understand that. But I don't care about LeBron thinking.
Right. But I'm saying, why would you get a trophy though? Why would you get a trophy though if you didn't win? Like, that's almost, even though he was the best player, but that's kind of.
Well, okay, wait. Put the best player of the league aside. This man in the NBA Finals.
That's what I mean. The best player in the finals. I'm sorry. I mean the best player in the finals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying even though he was the best player in the finals, but you lost.
Dude, no. Step back and look at what this man did. I know you agree. He did a Herculean effort. He literally put the team on his back. If you look at the storyline, I understand if he won, hands down MVP, but he was missing two his partners in crime, Love and Irving. He went to the finals. He's looking for help from everybody else. Nobody really giving it to him.
Right.
Averaged 35 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, and he played 46 minutes per game. But if this man would have had an average of a triple-double, I'd be damned if he wasn't going to win the MVP, man.
And do you remember before this? Now, I didn't think he would score that many points per game. But remember, before the series, on our podcast, check it out, the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, I told you, I said, I think LeBron's going to average 28, 11, and 8.
Mhm.
And I said, I don't know if 11 would be the assist or rebounds, but it's going to be 28, 11, 8. I didn't know he would average 35, whatever he
Right.
averaged, but I knew he would do that. I mean, because
Right.
he has no choice. And
Right.
this is with Kyrie. He had no choice
Right.
because he's bringing the ball up. He's probably besides Mozgov, he's the biggest guy on the team,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the best player on the team. He's the best scorer. So you can't do anything but score, rebound, and assist, and not
Right.
taking anything away from him. But all I'm saying is, to me, you're the MVP of the series because you won. You helped your team win. If that's the case, that's why Iguodala won. Because if that was the case, Curry should have been MVP if you look at the numbers. But it was Iguodala's impact. I'm saying numbers.
Okay.
Iguodala's impact that
Right.
won him that MVP.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. They got it right.
Okay.
But if they would have gave it to LeBron, I mean, in a sense, you couldn't argue it because, like you said, what he did. But at the same
Right.
time, what message are you sending if they lost? They lost.
You know what? What message would you be sending? Did you go all out no matter at all costs? You just go all out, see what happens. Just think if he would have gave up. This man never gave up. All 6 games, he never gave up. He kept going. He kept going, trying to get going. So the message he sent out the right message.
He sent out right. But
you know what I'm saying?
what is the league sending if they say we're gonna? Because like you
we
said,
award you for your effort.
But like you said yourself, LeBron probably wouldn't even accepted the award. I wouldn't have wanted.
And you know what? That's cool.
But that's my point because he
But
understands that
go ahead.
it's not good enough because he lost.
That's fine. That's what he's supposed to think. But as a league, the league voted, not LeBron James.
Right.
The league going to award the player for going all out, giving it his all in the finals. So I understand LeBron. He probably wouldn't accept it. Right he's so emotional. He's so tired. He's so drained. He wouldn't accept it. That's cool. But we voted you as the MVP because you hands down went all out trying to win the championship.
So
that's how I see it.
So you think it would have been all right for him to win the MVP?
Cool, man, dude. I said it in my NBA notes for the past 2 or 3 of them. If LeBron James deserved the MVP, hands down, win, lose, or draw, because the man.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it as far as I understand what you're saying,
right?
Because that dude.
You know what? And honestly, both you and I both said I ain't gonna say I hate LeBron James, but I can't stand the fanfare that he gets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of being LeBron James, but I got to bow that. I ain't gonna say bow down to him. I got to give him his kudos.
Right.
Doing what he was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Okay.
So
Cool.
so let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
This is the elephant in the room. We have to bring this up.
Uh-oh.
Not in our room, but in the room of sports.
Okay.
A lot of people talked about it. A lot of people backed away from it. A lot of people defended him. Stars, Kobe, I think, came on and said something about it. Iguodala said something about it after the game. So we have to go back before Game 6.
Okay.
And LeBron James, of course, they asked LeBron James, how was he so comfortable?
Do you feel a lot less pressure this finals run just because you are undermanned and you had some injuries as opposed to previous years?
Nah, I feel confident because I'm the best player in the world. That's simple.
You do not say anything like that if you're the best player.
Right.
Now, let's go back. I want to go back real quick. Before the series, they asked LeBron, before the series started, remember they asked LeBron, how will you all guard Stephen Curry? And LeBron stated the same way they would defend me. How would you defend Stephen Curry? He said the same way you try to defend me.
You can't.
You can't. I let that slide because I'm like, maybe he was being funny. But don't you notice a certain type of arrogance? and this is the funny thing, Glass. And I go ahead. I know you're going to jump on this. This is the funny thing. This is what I've noticed. Because, like I said, you don't say that. But this is what I've noticed. First of all, LeBron James don't even talk like that. Like, I don't even know who that person was. Who was that? I don't know. Okay. Second of all, I think the reason why he's responding like that is because of pressure. Think about it. In Miami, when the pressure hit him in Miami the first year, he would fall back. He would hide. Remember, he always hit, you know. The first final appearance in Miami when they played Dallas, fourth quarter, LeBron was in the third row somewhere.
Yeah.
You know. So even in the beginning of the first half of that next season, he took a lot of flack because he was passing the ball, and you know.
Right.
So I think under pressure, we all know he doesn't like pressure. That type of pressure where his I guess his, what's the word?
When the spotlight's on him?
Not just the spotlight, but if he fails, basically it's like, hey, if you lose, you failing. This is on you. You know what I'm saying? He don't like that. So now, fast forward to this past series, the finals, it's like he went a different route. Because usually when you're under pressure, you react differently. You react a certain way that you wouldn't normally react. You know? And we don't never see it. LeBron is probably the most unselfish player we've known in the NBA, almost in NBA history. LeBron James, maybe besides Magic.
Okay.
But for him to come out and be that arrogant and say, same way you defend me, you can't.
Okay.
The question had nothing to do with, I can see if they asked him, now, do you think you're the best player? Of course. But for him to come out and answer like that, it was classless. I didn't like it, you know.
Okay.
But I want you to respond to that, man. I got to hear what you have to say about that.
All right. The first time when they asked him about Curry, and he said, you stick him like you stick me, you can't. I had no problem with that because he's giving kudos to Curry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't even talking about him. He's saying, you know, I know I'm the baddest, but just because I'm the baddest, he's just as bad as me. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't stick him. Now, the last one, I have to, it did rub me the wrong way. For a person who is so politically correct, he just went off the road on that one, saying I'm the best out. What did he say? I'm the best in the world.
I'm the best in the planet.
Yeah. Okay, best in the planet. That's cool. We know that. You didn't have to tell us that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, I'm just gonna give it to him as a brain fart, fatigue, whatever. He wasn't supposed to say that. Now let's think. He probably said that because he's trying to get all the pressure off his team so they can remain comfortable and put all the pressure on him. He figured, I take all the pressure. You guys just do what y'all supposed to be doing, which they didn't. But that's the only thing I can say. He was wrong. I'll admit he was wrong for saying that. But he probably just said, you know what? I'll take all the pressure. I'm sitting here by myself on this podium. Put it on me. Don't put it on my teammate. Because we will talk about that in a second about JR and the rest, and JR, how JR didn't show up. And don't rub it in, man. I know you about to say it, but don't rub it in when we talk about JR Smith. I know what I said. But anyway, to answer your question, the first one I had no problem with. He was giving kudos to Curry. The second one, he shouldn't have said that. He should have just kept that to himself because we already know now you're just being braggadocious. And I agree with Kobe and them. I agree with you. Nah, he would, for the most politically correct person, that wasn't politically correct. So
yeah, and like I said, it didn't seem right, but at the same time, a lot of fans, and now I will leave LeBron alone, but I'm getting on LeBron fans because it kills me.
That's the reason why I can't. That's the reason I can't give LeBron the credit he probably deserved because I know fans are short for fanatic, but dog, come on, man. This man is not Jesus.
Right. And my thing is, like you said, we would get, first of all, the basketball fan inside of me, if you're doing certain things wrong as far as basketball, as far as you're not playing up to standard, I have to call you out. I had some people tell me, you know, have you played basketball? It doesn't matter. I'm a basketball fan.
Right.
You know, that's what I do.
Right.
I love the game. I can't cheat the game. You know, and I don't want you to cheat the game if you're that good.
Right.
You know, so my thing is, you hit it on the nail. When you have fans, his fans, talk about how great he is and he's the best ever and he can't do any wrong. And it's funny because you do have a lot of LeBron haters.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to come out and say LeBron James is the greatest, and because I tell you he's not, and I point out certain things about his game, then you call me a hater. No, don't get me mixed up with the other people that just hate LeBron, because you're just as worse because you love everything he does. So now you magnify everything.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
And I've said it so many times, how there's times where he should be posting up somebody and he settles for the 3-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
Like his game is getting better. I admit that, but it's still certain things. That's why I say you can't have an IQ and have these little mistakes and these dumb decisions that he does. Like, to me, a pass, making a great pass is not high IQ because you did it behind your back. Oh, it's a no look. That's not IQ. That's skill.
Mm-hmm.
IQ was making the right pass. And he does. I give him that. But at the same time, like I said, having a high IQ, you're making the right play and the best decision. He doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we can't give him the greatest of all time, because he doesn't do that. If he was fundamentally sound like Jordan, like Bird, like Magic, by far LeBron would be the greatest player ever.
Okay. We agree on that.
If I could take my mic and drop it, I would, but it costs me. So I'm not.
And I'm tired of this debate. I'm tired of talking about it. LeBron James or Michael Jordan. Listen, I hear everybody got their own opinion. That's cool. I'm gonna give you my opinion, and Mr. Controversy just gave you his. Listen, LeBron James. Michael Jordan. I know I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan first, and just appreciate what Michael Jordan did for the Chicago Bulls. The man went to 6 NBA Finals, was MVP of all 6. Let me just put that out there. Number 2, y'all gonna say he had Scottie Pippen. True that. This year, LeBron James didn't have anybody. I understand that. LeBron went 4-2, so that means he went to 6 championships, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 of them championships, he had garbage for teammates. The first one and the last one.
Right.
But what about the ones in the middle, where he went to Miami and teamed up? He lost one against Dallas Mavericks. He lost one against the San Antonio Spurs. He had 2. He was the third one. He had 2 so-called superstars on his team with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. So don't sit here and tell me, Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen. That's cool. But once again, James had Wade and Bosh, and he still lost 2. So FOH on all that stuff about putting LeBron James in front of Michael Jordan. Nah, dude. LeBron James ain't not even my top 5. Yes, I put it out there. If you got any questions, hit me on Get With It Sports. Get With It Sports 2 at gmail.com, and I will discuss it with you. But other than that, nah. LeBron James, a great player. I can't put him on the Mount Rushmore right now. Not right now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, and I agree. And this is what I was saying, and it goes back to the MVP. Remember all those years when Jordan would score 37 points? His numbers were outstanding, but he didn't win anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can, and it shows something. No matter, like I said, this series is kind of different. I mean, I don't blame him from this series because the cards the cards that he was dealt,
mm-hmm.
He had to play them like they were. He couldn't do anymore. I give him that. But still, going back to Jordan scored all them points. I mean, Jordan has some fantastic games. Like the game, I think he scored 69 points, even though it wasn't a playoff, but he scored 69 points, 7 assists, and 18 rebounds. Like, that's ridiculous.
Mm.
You know, I mean, Jordan put up numbers, averaged 37 one year. I mean, that 37.5. But at the same time, what did they win? Nothing. What did he accomplish by doing all of that? Nothing.
Right,
He
right.
had to learn how to win. It's a certain way you win. Now, he's learned how to get to the finals, but he hasn't learned how to get over that ship. Think about it. People say, oh, he beat a great team in Durant and Westbrook and Harden.
Right.
They were all young. They were like in the
Right.
third, fourth. I think Durant might have been his fifth year.
Right.
Something like that. So they were young, no experience. LeBron had been there 3 times. Dwayne Wade had been there 3 times.
Right.
You know, so of course you win that. And then the one they won in San Antonio, you give them that because they won, even though they should have lost that. But they won. I give them that. But I'm saying, my point is, you're 2-4. It's something showing us that you haven't figured out how to win.
Exactly.
And you see him searching because you see he switches his game. He goes off, he scores a whole bunch of points, rebounds, or whatever. Then another game, he might sit back and try to get his teammates involved. He's searching, trying to figure out. So we just can't always blame his teammates because it's only been 2 teams where we say we didn't expect him to win that first one when he played against San Antonio when he was in Cleveland the first time he went. But the other 4 after that, we expected him to win.
Right.
Your team was set up that way.
Right.
So he still haven't figured out how to win. And that's why you can't compare him to Jordan. I'm not even comparing him to Magic. Because, again, Magic's not making those mistakes.
Exactly.
But, okay, we talked about LeBron. What do you see going on with Steph Curry's career now? First of all, before we go to that, me and my daughter, today we were playing or last night, we were playing Where's Clay? We play that again. Where's Clay?
Right.
You know, she wanted to play Where's Waldo. I said, let's play Where's Clay. So what's your take on him, man?
Man, you know what? I'm not going to give him no excuse. I expected more from Clay. But let's not forget, this man got his head rocked by a kneecap from Trevor Ariza.
You can't give
dude, man.
He bought out game 2. He bought out game 2.
Well, hey, I'm not gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna make no excuses.
Right.
I'm not gonna, I expected more from him. I was waiting for him to show up. I thought he was gonna show up in game 5, game 6, but I mean, it is what you gotta think. They didn't need him. And I'm kind of glad that he didn't ball out because I don't think Draymond Green would have balled out like he did. I don't think Harrison Barnes would have balled out like he did. Andre Iguodala. I kind of want to say that the ball has spread around where Klay Thompson is like, you know what, I'll sit in the cut, let you guys shine. It could happen like that, you know. Festus Ezeli. What happened to it, man? He balled out this game 6, man. I think he scored 10 points. He had like 5 rebounds or something like that. So the ball was spread out. They didn't really need Klay Thompson. I believe that if they was in dire straits, Klay Thompson would have came out and did what he had to do.
Yeah. So now Steph though, what you think about Steph? Like,
I mean, what is there to talk about? The man's the best shooter ever. I'm just gonna put it out there. This man shoots like he shoots 3-pointers like they layups. There's no right. He don't have no care in the world. It's like he just flick it up there and the ball goes in. So, dude, the ceiling, he don't have a ceiling.
No, he doesn't.
So
he doesn't. He's getting to that point where
I'll put you like this. Remember they just say you live and die by the 3. And if it wasn't for Stephen Curry, I don't think Golden State would have won. Golden State wouldn't have been, what, they 67? Had the best season record. Because this man, you can't stick him. He's a phenomenon. You know, it's just like, dude, you just went against the grain of what everybody's thinking. Everybody think you need a big man and you need defense. Defense win championships. No, that ain't true. That ain't truth right now, man. This offense was spectacular. And they were, let's not forget, they had the number 1 defense. So they had the right combination, they had the right coach, and they were stuck in the right position.
And I say this with Stephen Curry, I put him in the class of not just shooters, but when I looked at Steve Kerr, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, I'm trying to think of another, maybe Dale Curry. To me, I don't put Rice in that just I still, but those were the shooters that every time they shot the ball, you just thought it was going in. Like you knew it was going in. You know, you were shocked when he missed. So I'll put Steph in that. But the thing about Steph is what we've never seen in a player is, and that's why people say he's the best shooter. He almost, I mean, I'm almost there. Like I still think Reggie. I always say Reggie, but I think my mind. But this is the difference, though. This is the difference between him and all of those players I named and any other great shooter that you could think of. Could none of them create their shot with the handles and with the dribble, and then come up and just shoot with 1 second? If Reggie Miller had handles. You know,
right.
We've never seen that combination,
right?
So that's why it's so spectacular to see him, because he can get open and create his own shot, and all he needs is a blink. Like his father was like that. His father couldn't jump,
right?
But if you gave him an ounce, he had the quickest release ever. His father, like I said, he didn't even jump. It was just, it was gone.
Right.
But to see Curry be able to dribble, cross you over, step back, and then shoot, and still have the conscience to shoot those threes, but then have the skill level to shoot like that at that high level, we've never seen anything like that before.
I agree. Back to what you're saying, I agree with you. Reggie Miller, he was my number one. I agree with you, but honestly, Curry shot him out the water. I think they said in the finals, Reggie had the record for 50-something. I wish I had numbers with me. He had 50-something. Curry was at 90-something. I'm sure it was at 100 after Game 6. But it's just like, dude, man, he just honestly, reason why he's just what you said. Reason why I got him as the best shooter of all time. Number one, like you say, he creates his shots. He got handles, and he perfected the walk-off three. I had never seen somebody let go of a ball and already turn around going down the court before the ball even go into the basket.
Now, the only person I've seen do that, but he does it at the end of, like, if it's a game winner. Remember Gilbert Arenas would do that when he's winning the game.
Yeah.
Because Gilbert Arenas would shoot it. It'd be like a 35, like a 40-foot jump shot. He'd shoot a three. He'd turn his back and walk up with his hands up. Remember he had his hands up?
I got you. But
I feel what you're saying.
But Curry, the one that got my attention, and I think it was against the Rockets, or was it the Grizzlies? I can't remember what it was, when he shot the ball. The defender came at him, jumped in, and went past him and tried to block the shot. Before the ball went in, he turned around, looked at the dude like, "Don't you ever do that again."
Right.
He was heading up the court before the ball went in.
I remember that.
That was it for me right there, man.
Yeah, that was it. But that's why I say, but do that. And I'm not saying he's not, but does that make him the greatest shooter because he can create a shot? Because to me, that doesn't have nothing to do with your shot as far as dribbling. And I understand that, because all I'm saying is with Reggie Miller, we look at, like you just quoted the record. I think Steph after game 5, he had 91 threes. But then too, you go back to that era, you weren't, first of all, you weren't allowed to shoot 10 threes a game unless you were open. And like I said, Reggie Miller was never open. Reggie Miller didn't have the ball handling skills as Curry has. Because now let's say if Reggie had those skills. Like,
you answered your own question.
If he had those skills like Curry, I'm talking about dribbling the ball.
No, you answered your own question even before. He was never open. When was Curry always open? Curry, you could put.
But my point, Curry could dribble, and he has that elusiveness that. First of all, Reggie was never fast. Reggie couldn't dribble. Like, it's still amazing to see.
Mr. Controversy, you answering your own question, man. You answered your own question.
No, but I think
it ain't Curry's fault. Miller ain't that fast.
I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about if you're talking about shooting. I'm saying if you gave Reggie Miller, God gave Reggie Miller those same skill sets, where that same skill set where he can dribble the ball, he was quick, he can he can do all that, he was elusive. If he had that same skill set, who do you then? Would you think?
No, Mr. Controversy, you will not pull me in on that, man. Dude, it ain't his fault God gave him the gift that he gave him. It ain't his fault that Reggie Miller didn't have the gift that he gave him. So I'm gonna say, what if he did, dude? It ain't Reggie Miller, great shooter. Right now, Stephen Curry got him faded, hands down. So I'm not going into the what if he had these talents.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have these talents. That's not Curry's fault. That's Miller's fault. Curry, hands down, best shooter ever, for real. I ain't even gonna question that.
Like I said, I'm
we
still.
all right, man. We making this go too long. Let me ask you 2 more questions before we leave up out of here. Number 1, who you got winning the championship next year?
I can't. That's hard to say.
I'm going to go ahead and put it out there.
If we're going about what everyone has now, because free agency and everything, but I mean, I still have Cleveland as my favorite.
I agree.
To the finals.
I agree.
But it just, that's what I see now.
Right. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Cleveland is the same. I still have them the favorite going to the East.
This is how I feel about it. 2 reasons why I say Cleveland. Number 1, I think they got the caps. If they got to re-sign Tristan Thompson,
yeah,
Irving, Love, and Villarreal coming back healthy. They're gonna get rid of some of them. I think Sean Marion gonna retire. I'm sure Kendrick Perkins gonna be gone, so they're gonna have room to bring in whatever they need to bring in. So that's number 1. Number 2, when LeBron James went to Miami, I had it in my heart to say this is the time Chicago Bulls supposed to take them out because they ain't gonna have another window next year. That's when Derrick Rose got hurt and it was out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing now. The first year, LeBron James, he gave it his all just like he did in Miami. Lost the first year. The second year, he got a mission, and I think that's why I think next year they're gonna run through the East, and I think they're gonna win the championship. That's the reason why I said it, because the first year he just trying to get comfortable. You got to get him in that first year, because that second year it's almost a lot.
Think they're gonna win? I don't think they will win. I got them as favorites in the East to get there. I still don't think they will win. I think the West is just too stacked.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I think I got Cavs going all the way. I hate to say it as a Chicago Bulls fan, but it is what it is. Second question: is David Blatt still the head coach next year?
Yeah, you got to. Why not?
Why? Why you got to?
The finals. They went to the finals. You can't. I wouldn't. And then look at what happened. Is it David Blatt's fault? He's not Thibodeau. He didn't run Kyrie and Love to the ground. So it's not, and Virgil. So it's not his fault that they got there. But
He didn't run Kyrie Irving to the ground.
No.
Kyrie Irving.
So let me ask you this.
Wait, Mr. Controversy.
In the
Kyrie
finals,
Irving just come off of knee problems. He took a couple of games off, 8 days off rest, and you're gonna play him 43 minutes next game.
So let me ask you this.
That's the Tom Thibodeau move.
But I'll ask you this.
Okay.
If it's the finals, not the playoff game, the finals in any sport, if you can go, you can go. If you a superstar, if you can go, you can go. If you can't go, we're not going to limit you. In the finals, we're not saying we're going to put them on a twin. No. And I'm pretty sure Kyrie told him, and not just him, but the staff said, hey, he has the right. He's saying that if he wants to play, he can play. And Kyrie said, I'm ready to play. And he looked good, but we all knew it was going to happen at some point because with that injury, we kept hearing that it was going to trickle down. So all I'm saying is you can't blame him for that type of injury. And if in the finals,
that's true. That's true.
If you're say you healthy, you playing. I'm not limiting you to 20. No, you have to play. So if that was the case, LeBron would have rested a lot. He would have had more rest. You understand? He knew LeBron was tired.
I got you.
So that's why I said
okay.
Because look, this is Blatt's first year. They got to the finals. I would think he would learn from his mistakes the second year also. Just like LeBron, just like all the other players. I say let him go. Because now if you bring in another coach, you have to learn that system all over again. Unless you're Pat Riley. And right now, I don't see any great coaches available where they can come in and say, unless Phil Jackson decides to come back, or Pat Riley says I'm signing with Cleveland, or there's
Mm-hmm.
no other coaches, so you keep Black. But I have a question for you real quick, and we can end it. I know we have to go. If Black wasn't the coach and they still had Byron Scott, do you think they would have went to the finals, and would they have won?
I would have
Byron
won.
Scott was still the coach.
I think they would have had a better record than with Black. I think would they won? It's hard to say because of the circumstances with the injuries. They had 7-man rotation. I don't know if Byron Scott even have the miracle cure to solve that situation. But would they have had a better record? I think they would have. I think Scott would have done a better job than Black.
Right, but forget the record. Would they have won?
I don't know. No. Not with the Love injury and
you know what? By you saying that, you're giving Black a lot of credit now by saying.
I'm giving yes.
And the reason why I say this is because they didn't have the record that they should have had, but they got to the finals because that's all that matters. So
right. But okay, this is the reason why I'm wondering if I don't think David Black gonna be there next year. For the simple fact, LeBron James. When LeBron was in Miami, he always gave praise to Coach Bo. Coach Bo did this. Coach Bo did that. I have not heard him say one praise to Coach Black.
Right.
Number 2. I said it in my NBA notes. I think it was game 4, I can't remember when it was. When it might have been game. Which ones they win in Golden State? 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game 2. He gave Dellavedova chest bump, Tristan Thompson, whatever. Coach Black tried to get a hug. He gave him the get the hell up out of here. So it's like whatever LeBron wants, LeBron's going to get. And like I said, from what his body language, from what he's saying, I don't think he put his trust in Coach Black. That's just me.
If that happens, it's a mistake because now you're going backwards. And I don't think, yes, you have pretty much a veteran team, but at the same time, that takes too much to learn a different offense, a different scheme, unless Tyronn Lue
Mm-hmm.
becomes the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. But other than that, if you bring somebody else in, no, you're starting all over again.
But then once again, you got LeBron James. You could do that.
It doesn't unless you have a legendary coach. If that's the case, LeBron James will have more championship rings. That's what I'm saying. If they have if a legendary coach comes in or a great coach, I can see that. I'm saying I can see that. But if you bring in, what coach are they going to bring in?
They can find somebody better than Black. Only reason, listen, Black fell into a lucky position at that time. I'm just going to put it out there. They hired Black because the team was crap at the time. It was a young team. Let's bring this coach up in here and see what he could do because we ain't going to win nothing this year. True. Then LeBron came back. So it's like, oh, dang, we got LeBron. Oh, wait a minute. We got Coach Black.
Mm-hmm.
You got to save face like, okay, this year, the first year, we're going to work with Black, see what he got. But next year, we're gonna set this up where we're going to win this championship. Just think about this. Cleveland I just said, Cleveland hasn't won anything for 144 seasons. They're going to go all out to make sure they're going to get that one championship next year. If that means Black going to be expendable, he's going to be expendable. Just remember, they got rid of Coach Mike. What's Mike's last name? Mike.
What are you talking
about? Anyway, they got rid of him just to try to keep LeBron James. And he left for Miami. You best believe they're going to get rid of Black if LeBron says, I need another coach. That's just me.
Like I said, unless Lue becomes the head coach, I think it's a mistake.
Right.
I feel you, and I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying I think it's a mistake if they don't get Lue to coach that team or one of the assistant coaches now, bad bad mistake. It's a big mistake. I mean,
cool. I got you. All right, man. Let's go ahead and close shop on this. We went longer than I thought we was gonna do, but it was good stuff. Man. Once again, this is a collaboration between Get With It Sports and the 3-point conversion. Check our YouTube channels out. Subscribe to our channels. Mine is Get With It Sports 2. That's the number 2. Mr. Controversy is the 3-point conversion.
Right.
Check us out. Check out our podcast every Saturday mornings at 9:11 Central Standard Time. The 3-point conversion sports lounge. Go to Blog Talk Radio. Go in the search bar. Click in the 3-point conversion, and there we are. Check out our stuff live. Like I said, 9 to 11 Central Standard Time. If you can't listen to it live, listen to it as a podcast during the week. Get you through the week as you go through traffic going back and forth to work. Good stuff. But as always, Mr. Controversy, tell everybody where they can find you.
Of course, I'm sure we're going to have it down here, but you can look and see at Mr. Controversy 21 on Twitter. And of course, like you mentioned, the YouTube page, 3-point conversion YouTube page. Also, if you go to Facebook, put in the 3-point conversion, and that will come up as well.
Cool. You can, of course, this is Glass to Get With Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook at Get With Sports. Check out the blog page, which I have not been on for a long time. I'll get some on there soon. I might just throw a vlog on there, just throw videos on there. Check out the blog page at getwithsports.wordpress.com. Email me at getwithsports2@gmail.com if you want. If you got any questions, want anything up on the screen, and check out our partners in crime, Prime Sports Talk Coalition. You got Get With It Sports. You got the 3-point conversion. You got Team Board TV, Idiot Sports Talk. Wake Up is Football. We're going to bring you good stuff when it comes to sports, and we up and coming. So thanks for joining. And as always, be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.